Moss. What's up, guys? Draco here, and this is Draco's Random Thoughts about Moss. Yeah. Also, I did henna recently. Not relevant, but it's my first time ever doing henna. I think it's pretty cool. Ignore my hand, it's rubbed off because it was done on Monday. I went like swimming a few times and stuff. But anyway, this is my random thoughts about moss. Why have I been thinking about moss, you might be asking? Because I'm also asking that. I genuinely don't know, but it's been on my mind. I think it's because I played Deltarune, like Chapter 4, somewhat recently. And Chris eats moss in it. I've not eaten moss, to be clear, but they have. Not my problem if they want to eat moss, but I don't. Yeah, but like, I don't know, when you just like go for a walk and you end up stepping on moss and stuff, it feels really nice. I think moss is insanely underrated. On just like a tier list of things, like ever, I think it would get A tier, at least. I might give, honestly, I might say that it gets S tier. Obviously, it's not the best thing. Moss is not the best thing to exist, but like, it's probably like a low S tier, but it's still an S tier, I think. Because there's so many bad things. Like, I'm obviously not going to list them, but like, you just like, because of how many bad things there are, you already get like C and B, and it's already like fairly meh. So A's gonna be like pretty good. Like A has to be like, I feel like there's so many things in every tier that the bottom of S isn't even like necessarily the best. It's just very good. And I think Moss is very good. I think Moss gets S tier on everything ever. So yeah. But what was my point here? I've completely forgotten my train of thought here. Anyway. Oh yeah, stepping on moss. Yeah, I don't know. Not recently, but a while back I thought to buy a sanitary plot and it had a great view. Whatever that song is. It's not a sanitary plot. What is that song? A planetary plot? A while back I thought to buy a something plot and it had a great view. That's definitely a song. I just don't know what the word is. Anyway, a while back I was walking through the woods and I ended up going barefoot for a little bit. Can't really remember. I think my shoes and socks got like drenched because I stepped in mud probably. I went barefoot and just like walked on some moss for a bit, and it felt really good. It felt like really freeing, and like I was like connected with nature. I'm gonna sound like a hippie. I'm like, yo, dude, you just need to connect with nature, man. Is that how hippies talk? I don't think that's how hippies talk. I don't know how hippies talk though. I don't meet many hippies. But yeah. Yeah, but I do think, like, humanity is not made to just, like, sit in an office all the time, or, like, work all the time, or just be inside all the time. I used to, like, love being inside. I used to rarely go outside, but I think it was when I got, like, my own house keys that I started just going out on my own. Because, like, before I would have to ask my parents, and then they'd be like, oh, where are you going? I'm like, oh, I don't know. Because I'm just going out for a walk or something, or chilling. And I'm just like, I don't feel like talking about that. I'm just, because I used to feel that I had to have a reason to go out, because I had to, like, ask people, and I didn't like troubling, I still don't like troubling people, I just now have a way around it. And I think that made it so that I went out less, because I felt that I didn't really have a reason, I just wanted to go for a walk. And now I just go for a lot of walks, and I think they're pretty chill. I don't actually go that many currently, but that's because I don't really like going outside in summer. Because I really hate the heat. But I mean, like, I'd happily just, like, meet up with a friend. Like, I'd be like, hey, do you want to meet up? And they're like, sure. And I'm like, sure. And I meet up with them. It's really easy. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just, like, I think the thing is, I don't like asking people for stuff. Because I don't, I just don't like asking for favours from people who I'm not very close with. You might be thinking, well, they're your parents, aren't you? But I'm not that close with my parents, to be honest. But yeah, because I feel like if it's someone I'm very close with, I know that they might ask me for stuff, so it just feels like we give and take, and it's just fine. But I feel like when it's someone who I'm less close with, I don't know that they're ever gonna ask stuff for me, so it feels like I'm gonna be like indebted to them. And I don't like the feeling of being like indebted, being a burden to people. I'm just like, I wanna live freely, and living indebted to people means that you can't live freely. Because I don't have any like lofty goals of like, oh, I wanna cure cancer or anything. I'm just a guy who wants to live freely. And by guy, I mean not like guy because I'm agender, but I'm just like an average person who wants to live freely, live their life. And yeah. Yeah. I don't really know. I think I've also been blessed to not really care what. This thing, I don't care what people think about me usually. I just don't like asking people stuff. I think it's because if someone sees me and thinks negatively of me, that's more on them than a reflection of me. However, if I go up to someone and annoy them by asking for something when they're just trying to like do something else, like if someone's working, I'm like, hey, can you do this for me? Then I'm actively interrupting them, and that's on a reflection on me instead of on them. I don't really know why I hate asking for people for stuff so much, but I do. That's pretty much it. I also, what's it about moss? Oh yeah, I also think like we should go outside more because humans are made to be outside. Like I now go outside more, but I also think that like it's not natural the fact that we have office jobs where it's like, oh, you sit in front of a screen for like 6 hours a day, and we've normalized it, but that is not normal for like a human. That's not how our like DNA is meant to be. I think I'm bad at biology. I'm bad at a lot of things. I don't like thinking, I'll be honest. Gives you headaches. Pro tip, never think, never get a headache. Actually, I get a lot of headaches, but I still don't think. Maybe it's because I don't sleep either. Anyway, what was I talking about? Office jobs. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't like how we've like normalized this mindset of just working so much and like not going outside. I guess this is probably gonna go on to capitalism if I pursue this train of thought too far, and I definitely don't want to discuss that this episode. I just don't know enough about any political view really to discuss it in depth. Like I have opinions on a lot of them because I have base level knowledge about them, but I don't know enough to like discuss it like to a greater extent. So yeah. But I just feel that we are made to be like free and like go out and do stuff. And I think it's so fun just like if I go out and see a waterfall, I'm like, wow, that waterfall's awesome. Imagine if we just went around loads. That'd be hype. I guess that's what holidays are for, but like I don't know. I just like the idea of people being free a lot. I feel like this is what we thought AI would do, like make it so that we'd be free, but now it just steals people's jobs. And like, it steals all the creative stuff and still have to do the mundane tasks. It does the opposite of what we wanted with AI. Anyway, I don't like AI, but, you know. But anyway, let me go back to Moss, because I've hardly talked about it. That's because there's not much to say. Oh, to be fair, I say that these are like Drake's own thoughts about something. I do think that it's less so thoughts about that thing, it's more so that thing and then a springboard into whatever I want to actually talk about. But it will be something that I have thought about over the week. And I don't like plan out what I'm going to say. I did not plan to get onto capitalism when talking about Moss, I will tell you that. But yeah, I think just going outside is great. That's pretty much the key takeaway from this. I say key takeaway. There aren't really key takeaways. You just hear me say random stuff and then just move on with your life, probably. But yeah. I try and have at least some sort of message in it. But the thing is, since I don't plan anything ahead, it's quite hard to have a message built in when I'm not building towards anything. But yeah, so yeah, go outside, enjoy looking at nature and stuff, slay, profit. Those are your 4 steps to have a good life today. Or do nothing with this advice, because I'm not very intelligent and there's probably things you can do to better your life in other ways if you have better things to do. Who knows? I don't really care. I don't know why I'm holding a paperclip, but who cares? Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.